Hey everyone, I want to talk to you again about youth life groups. So, how often in life are you unconditionally accepted? Not very often, right? Either it's your clothes or your job when you're older, or your personality, your achievements, if you're dating, if you're or not. There are lots of ways that people justify excluding us, but God doesn't exclude us. He invites us with open arms again and again. The Bible says this, it says, "Come to me, all who are weary and heavy laden. Let the little children come to me. Pick up your cross and follow me." There are so many invitations. And we have the same view with Youth Life Group. You are welcome. No matter where you are right now with your faith, if you're feeling happy, if you're feeling in a mood, even if you have no faith at the moment, you are welcome to come every time we meet. There's a great parable story in the Bible where there is a king that invites lots of fancy people to a wedding feast, but they all make excuses. Then he sends out his servants into the highways and they gather as many people as they could, both bad and good, probably homeless, and those usually left out. The wedding was filled with guests. This is a story about how God sees things, and that's the way we see things in CSK Youth. So come to our Wednesday sessions, be connected. You belong to a family that isn't perfect, it's very diverse, but you will be loved there.
Yeah, so I just really want to thank Toby for that word, actually. I think it was really important, particularly because, I don't know, I just really felt like as I was kind of listening to it, I felt like the Lord was kind of talking about time and how we feel about time. In that kind of sometimes, I think everything shifted around with COVID anyway, but sometimes, when we spend time with the Lord, when we're worshipping, it actually feels like we're wasting time. And that's actually our flesh. That's our kind of the non-spiritual part of us. That's the natural man, as it says in kind of the old version of the Bible. That's the part that isn't in love with Jesus. And it kind of is very resistant to spending time with the Lord. And I really feel like actually part of what Toby was saying is a bit of an exaltation of actually, saying, God, you are worth my time. You are worthy. Actually, even the act of attending life group is worship. That's how we tell God how much he's worth. That's how much we acknowledge. That's one of the opportunities for us to acknowledge his worth, actually, and say, God, you're worth it. Just like, that, I don't know if you remember that story in the Bible of kind of Mary, and actually her finding some really expensive perfume which she bought, and just pouring it out on Jesus's feet. And people were kind of saying, oh no, that's so expensive, you could have donated the money to poor. But actually that was something that Jesus honoured, and people saw it as a waste. But actually it's the same with our time, that we actually need to say to the Lord, I'm going to waste my time on you. You are worth my time. You are worth that honour. Even if it's actually that we're attending these groups, not necessarily to benefit us, but actually to bless other people. That is part of how we say to the Lord, you are worthy. You're worthy of my life. And actually that picking up our cross and following him, that's what this is all about.